Okay, so I made it to YarnCon. I'm parked illegally. I've done it before, so no big deal. People are driving around me. No big deal. As you can see, I'm not wearing my coat. I think I'm just gonna make a run for it because it's open. And, yeah. Okay. I've got a low-grade pressure headache. We'll see how I last with all of the people and the overstimulation. So, I don't know if she thought I was going somewhere. I don't know. I'm parked. Bye. So an hour and a half later, that's it. I'm done. I'm good. I made a list of people that I wanted to see for sure. I've visited them. I got their stuff. I'm done. Back to the yarn band. So yeah, now I gotta get home. Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 141. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan, and I love to knit, and I love to crochet, and I love to collect yarn. As you will soon find out. So anyway, you can find all my yarny goodness in my social media, which is linked in the description box down below. All the patterns that I talk about, I will link down there. And any fancy yarns, which there are quite a few. Any fancy yarns that I talk about, I will link them as well. So, how have you all been? For me, this has been a crazy week. Obviously, the March Madness thing is still going. The Final Four games are tonight. My team is out, but my husband's team is still in, so, we're still going. We're still happy in the Keel household. So anyway, what else is there? Yeah, so there's games tonight. We had our anniversary last week. We went out for dinner a couple times. And we still have a gift card that we need to use, so we might have to go out again soon. So yeah, 21 years. Still hard to believe. I think as you keep getting older and older, like as the years pile up, it's like, oh my gosh. My grandparents made it to 70 years. That was grandma's goal, was to make it to 70 years, the 70th anniversary. And then 6 months later, she passed away. So she was like, I met my goal, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. No. But there was definitely a link between them, because Grandpa died on the exact same day 3 years later. So there's that. My other grandparents, they made it to 58. My parents, their anniversary is coming up in May. It'll be 47. I always have to think of what age I'm turning this year and then add 2. So yeah, 47 years for my parents, so that's cool. But yeah, 21 years, Ryan and I, wedded bliss, right? Yeah, like, marriage is not easy. I will say that. But it's worth it, I think. So, but yes, so this week has been, it's been a nightmare, honestly. Nothing bad. It's just, we had a lot of rain, and we actually have 2 sump pumps. One runs constantly, and it drives me crazy. I've gotten to the point where it's like in the middle of the night I hear it. That kind of crazy, yeah. Also, but the other one is not working. Like, the trigger is not triggering. So we've had water in our basement this week. Yeah, it was it Wednesday night? Yeah. Wednesday night we had to sweep water out 3 times. I mean, it's really just a little bit, but it's enough that's like, we got to get it out of here. Was that Wednesday? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was Wednesday. Ryan got up twice in the middle of the night to go to the ambulance going now. Basically, we have like a broom handle or mop. It's actually a mop, but we have to go like feed the end of the mop through and like hit the thing so it'll, okay, I'll suck the water out now. So yeah, so that's been a pain. Thankfully, like, it's just painted concrete. And you just sweep it to either the one sump pump or to the drain that's up the hill. Or So anyway, I got home just a few minutes ago and went down, and the water was up to the top of the sump pump, so hit it in. One of the church people are supposed to come and look at it, hopefully fix it, maybe replace it. I don't know. We've had trouble with that sump pump for a few years now, but anyway, Ryan is not here. He is at district assembly right now. So for those of you who are new, my husband is a pastor, and our church district gets together once a year to kind of report on how things are going. So Thursday night, I had to go down to help set up because I'm on the missions council for the district. Yesterday, I had to go down for the missions convention and the Sunday school convention. Like, I was doing double duty. So for my church, I am the Sunday school board president. So I had to go for the Sunday school convention. But I'm on the district missions council, and so when things are happening at the same time, it makes it difficult. But I'm not the only one who has double duty, so it was fine. I went to the Sunday school one, got some great tips, got some good ideas for some Sunday school curriculum. Very excited about that. And of course, I was with another delegate from the church, and so we were just chatting about, you know, some of the ideas that we got, and it was really cool. She's a college student, so hold on, I just got a text from Ryan. I'm getting these weird like palpitations like right here. It's making me cough. Don't know, and it's been going on all day. Is this another perimenopausal symptom? I don't know. Anyway, Ryan is coming home soon. So yeah. So let's get this recorded and get get the yarn hidden away. No. Anyway, so yesterday we had the conventions, then we had district assembly, where they kind of gave the report on everything. A lot of people are like, oh, that sounds so boring. And I'm like, but at the same time, it's like, I've been on this district 30 years now. Moved up here when I was in high school. So I've known there's so many people on the district that I know. So it was just like a family reunion, honestly. And getting to chat with people that I hadn't seen in a while, and just to see how our district's doing and all of that. It was just how God is moving and in Chicago, So that was fun. Yes, it was a long night, but I had my knitting with me, so that helps a lot. Yeah. Sorry, it is driving me crazy. The more I talk, the worse it's getting. So let's get this over with. As far as books, I finished the one that I was reading last time, or listening to, Death Comes to the Fair. And then I had been seeing all these advertisements for BritBox, their new movie, Agatha Christie's Towards Zero. So I listened to that one. She's such a good writer. So I really enjoyed that one. I hadn't read that one yet. And then I started the next one in my Curland St. Mary's series. It's Death Comes to Bath. I am 3/4 of the way through. I was like, oh, well, driving down to Bourbonnais for the district stuff, I got to listen to it for a while, so that was awesome. But yeah, I'm like, I have no idea who did it. It's a murder mystery. Obviously, death in the title. Okay, all right. I'm rambling now. Shall we get on with the yarny goodness? I think we should make some progress. I have worked on my Advent granny wrap. So I do a yarn, scrappy yarn Advent swap. And I've been making a granny wrap, granny stitch shawl is what I'm doing with it. The pattern is by Anna Boo's House, again, linked down below. I worked on this during some basketball games last weekend. I didn't get very far. Where are you at? What we caught on here? Oh gosh. There we go. I was gonna say, we're gonna have to cut yarn here. Okay, so here we are. Ta-da! Yeah, I only did 2 rows, but these rows are getting so long. I started a new color. So, the yarn, here's my yarn. I can get it out. I mean, you can't even see in the inside. There's some more colors. I just did magic knot, start the next round, or not start the next mini skein, all of that. So I still have all my yarns, or all my ends. So I'll just snip those when I'm done. So yeah, I am loving this. I'm trying to decide. We'll see how. I mean, I can't make a decision until I finish all of the mini skeins, but do I want to add next year's stuff to it as well and make it like a really big like shawl, blanket kind of thing? I think I might. We'll see. We shall see. The next crochet project that I have is living in my sheepy twice sheared sheepy bag. I put on my Yarn Chicken Champion badge on here because sending myself some good vibes not to lose at Yarn Chicken on this one. So in here is the windmill bag. I don't know who did this. I don't know the designer, sorry. The yarn that I am using is this lovely Pima cotton. Oh, I was gonna look for some cotton. Oh well. Too late now. This is the lovely, let me find the tag here. BZ Peach. The color, it's 100% Pima cotton, and the colorway is She's Voting, which is a suffragette colorway. She actually, I had some pins made like to celebrate the 100th year of women voting. So I sent her one, and then she sent me the colorway. And then I also have these colorways. This was in my yarn advent swap. Just in case I need them. We shall see. But here's my bag so far. It's just 2 little scraps. So I need to make 4 of these strips, and then they're sewn together in a funky way, and then make the bag. And I think it's so cute. So, I have made some changes because I want to use as much of this as I can, hence the Yarn Chicken. So hopefully I can get through majority of it without having to go to these. I really should take this apart. Anyway, so that is my windmill bag so far. My other crochet project, I can't show you because I'm halfway through making Wangari Maathai. So it's crochet iconic woman. I'm very excited about her. She's fun. So I will once I finish her, you'll see her. It shouldn't take me too much longer to finish her. And I don't like to show them mid-make. Now for my knitting. As you can see, I'm wearing the Olori sweater tee. I'll put the name of the designer on here as well. And I love this sweater so much I decided to make another one. It is living in my Jolly Holiday bag. This time I'm using acrylic yarn. This is from Black Cat Fibers. It's Highland Peruvian wool, so it's itchy. This is 100% acrylic from Joann's. Whoa! This was on clearance last summer, so yeah, you definitely can't get this anymore. I have enough yarn. I'm not playing Yarn Chicken on this one. But this is a big twist fleck in the colorway Ice Cream Cake. Sorry, it's... So, here is my sweater so far. So yeah, I'm hoping to get this done for Easter. Fingers crossed. So for this one, it comes to hip bone right here. And it was 80 rows from the armpits to my hip bone. I am at 44-ish. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 45 rows from the armpit. So I am more than halfway done. I may take this off the needles and test it out. It's definitely, I feel like it's wider. I don't know, I feel like it's so big, but at the same time, because it's acrylic and I want to wear it in the summer, I kind of want it big so there's air can move through, keep you cooler. I definitely wanted some positive ease. Actually, once I put it, you're bigger than you think, Lori. So, anyway. That's the way life goes. But anyway, I'm loving it. I love working on it. I'm, just knitting around. I will probably work on this tonight while we watch the games. My other knit project, living in my Disney cat bag. I am to a very, very hard part the pattern. I'm making the Ada socks. Excuse me. I'm sure Diet Coke won't help, but anyway, so the Ada socks. The yarns I'm using are my friends Yaxaroo RMR Yarn Co. Okay, this is gonna be difficult. So here is the yarn. It's living in a skein coat. It is Para G. So their friend G wanted some yarn, dyed for them. So there you go. I always look at this and think of strawberries. So I paired it with this red. It's just Valley Yarns Huntington. So it's just a red colorway. And so I have the contrast color tucked in. You can see it there. Because I have both yarns attached right now. I am on the second part, or second stripe. There's 3 stripes. So once I finish striping this color, in the G color, then I can cut the yarns and it'll be easier. So yeah, here is my socks so far. And of course, this is my first time doing cuff down socks. There we go. Yeah, cuff down. And of course, I like to do mine 2 at a time. So figuring out how to do cast on, so I could do 2 at a time. There are tutorials, and I should have just watched it again. I've watched this tutorial a couple times for mittens. Why didn't I just, it's like, oh, I've got this down, I'm good. I don't know how many times I've had to start it over. And these, especially right here at the joint, it's a mess. It was a nightmare for me starting these socks, but aren't they so cute? I love the texture. And you can see the red popping through the yarn overs. And then there's a fun texture on the stripes as well. So that is where I am on those. And it's in my Disney cat bag, and I have a Space Kitty here as well. Okay, so went through the make some progress. Shall we talk about YarnCon? So last year for district assembly, I was a delegate, so I had to go and I had to vote and all of that. I think that was the weekend before YarnCon, so I didn't have to worry. But the fact that they were at the same weekend this year, it's like, oh no. But I was not a delegate. I was not elected a delegate, which is fine. Um, yeah. So I asked Ryan, I was like, do I need to go? He's like, no. Can I go to YarnCon? I've been good on my yarn ban, sort of. He's like, yes, that's fine. Not a problem. Okay. So, went to YarnCon today. As you have seen. Wore my Allure tee from Black Cat. The yarn that I got was from Black Cat Fibers. I walked in and talked with them, and they were like, that looks like our yarn. I was like, it is. So this is the Bougainvillea colorway, and I love this sweater. Like, first of all, the fact that it's my first ever knitted garment, and when people are like, oh, that's so pretty, I was like, thanks, I made it. I love that feeling. So, yeah, so I had to wear this today. I was dealing with a headache. There were a lot of people. So, I really just, there were certain vendors that I wanted to see. So I pretty much just went there. Visited them, got what I wanted, and bolted. I did stop and talk with other people before. So there's one booth. She is selling the Pacifico doodle decks, which I have been collecting obsessively lately. Have I made any of them? Not yet. They're up next, though. Once I finish my Allure sweater, I'm going to do one of the doodle decks. I actually found this Trapper Keeper. I was so excited. I mean, I loved my Trapper Keeper when I was little. I already put stickers on it. Make your own magic. There's stickers here. Of course, these are moths, which I don't like moths. But, so in here are my doodle decks. I did buy the cat doodle this week. So I need to make the cats, so yeah, you can see. I will be making the cruise ship one for sure. So yeah, there's just a whole bunch of these. I have the jungle one. There's the flamingo that I have to make at some point for my mother. Mom, I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to those, but I will be making you socks, don't worry. So I was very excited about getting that to organize my stuff. Anyway, you all want to know about the yarn. So I immediately went to, after I talked with Black Cat Fibers, because they were right there by the front, show them what I made with their yarn. I went and saw my friends Yaks and Rue. So they own the RMR Yarn Company. They used to own a yarn shop that was like 1.5 miles from my house, and I miss them. Like, I used to see them at least once a week, and I haven't seen them since last YarnCon, so it was great to talk with them, catch up with them, and then of course buy their fabulous yarn. And of course, it was the first one, so it's at the bottom. Oh. Did you see it? Like, oh my word. Holy smokes. Look at, oh, the sparkle, the neon, like, this is just gorgeous. I always know that they do a great job with neons, and I was in a neon mood, and I was like, let's see what kind of neons they have. So this is RMR Yarn Co. So it's Rosia M. Ramirez, which is their mother. So that's why they are that. This is on their Yaks base, which is one of the sisters. It's 75% extra fine superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% Lurex. And this is the colorway Alebrije, which if you've watched the movie Coco, you know what an Alebrije is. It's those fanciful neon colored animals that are the spiritual protectors or whatever. Ryan and I did an Alebrije painting class on one of our excursions on our cruise to Cozumel. Yeah, so I was like, oh, it's an Alebrije, I need this. And the neons, oh my gosh. I'm thinking cowl, because this needs to be up centered where everybody can see it. And of course the sparkle, just, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I will show you this. So this I bought, or I didn't buy it. I received it as a gift from my yarn swap buddies. It's Knit Picks, Stroll Fingering. Colorway is Gumball, I believe. So I was looking for minis to go with this specifically. I have a specific pattern in mind. They're socks, obviously. So I already have like a green that matches this and a blue. So I wanted some fun colors to go with it. And I knew Leading Men Fiber Arts, they always have great minis. So I got these two to go with it. So it'll be green and blue, and then these fun colors. This is the color Papaya, and this is the color Sunny Side Up. This is on their Showstopper, right? Showstopper mini base. So it is 75-25. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I also got a couple other minis for other projects, other socks. This is the colorway Achieve Grapeness. And this one is Ice Ice Baby. And this one I bought to go with this. So this is from Ba Yarns. It's Brenda and Heather. And while I was in their booth, their friend Rhonda and I got to talking, and I mentioned that I liked taking socks with me to knit on a cruise. And she's like, I just went on my first cruise in February. And I was like, oh really? What cruise line? She's like, Disney. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then we were just, we talked Disney cruise for a while. But I had this in my hand. I was like, this will probably go on my next cruise with me. So this is self-striping yarn. You can see the pattern here. So this is 100% superwash merino, and the colorway is called Hold Me Closer Tiny Rainbow, which I thought was cute. And then where did I put it? Here it is. I figured, you know, need a bright sunny sky to go with it. So yeah, so those will go together. Those are a set. Also, while I was at Ba Yarns, I got a mini skein as well. This is for my Christmas colorway. So the leftover red from my Ada socks, and this will go with my Christmas colorway for my Christmas socks. I picked it up and I was looking at the different greens that she had, and then I saw the colorway name of this one, and I was like, that needs to come home with me. This is Kentucky Bluegrass. You'll see this again when I start my Christmas socks. And then I went to, there's a lot of yarn dyers who have cat themed names or cat bases and stuff like that. And so those always warm my heart. So, like, obviously this is black cat fibers. There was a Shursty cat. There was, let's look. Oh, I didn't make it over to Oink Pigments. Oh, well. Why am I not seeing any other? Black cat. I know there's more. Anyway. Shursty cat. Yeah. Anyway. So one of them, her name is Laura. She is Laughing Cat Fibers. Yeah, I'm making sure I say it all correctly. I have followed her on Instagram for a while. Somehow I got some yarn from her at Michigan Fiber Arts, although she has not vended there at the Michigan Fiber Festival. Let me get that correct. But there was I think it was a yarn shop that had a stall, and they had some of her yarns there. So I've had her yarns before. And then I bought some online around the time that Daisy passed away, my cat. So it was something to help cheer me up because, Daisy. As she had a little basket there by her checkout. And she had these little charms. I'll make it into a stitch marker. But I kind of moved some to the side, and this face peeked out at me, and it's almost Dixie, which is our other cat who passed away 3 years ago now. Yeah. I was like, oh, that just looks like my girl. My Dixie chick. Well, Laura specializes in some black light dyeing, which it's amazing. A lot of those are colorways that are inspired by nebulas and other spacey photos, and they're just so cool. But she also does paintings, so Monet, Van Gogh, Frida Kahlo. So yeah, she does colorways based off of those. And I had seen she had posted one a while ago about Frida and one of her paintings. Actually, it's not even a painting, it's just a picture of her. But this one is called Damas de Morado. This is on her, what's the base? Siamese cat sparkle sock. Here's the color. And look at the sparkle. Here is the picture that it's based off of. So, yeah, of course, purple. I needed that in my life. So this is 75, 25, 20, and then 5 base. Yeah, base. And there's her cat. Gosh, this needs to stop. So anyway, so yeah, I will link all of these people down, all of the vendors that I saw, all of the people I talked with. I will link them down below. Yeah, they are just gorgeous. That is all I bought. I did enough damage, honestly. Yeah, so this is, I had something in mind. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of yarn. Earlier this week, I sorted through my yarn stash, organized it a little better. Okay, this is definitely, I have a whole drawer of yarn that's just for socks, that are going to become socks. Yeah, anyway, so that is all. Oh, I will say, an ambulance showed up as I was leaving. I actually saw a lady on the stretcher. But it was a different, earlier I was walking down the stairs and the lady in front of me totally missed the last step, fell, hit her head, and she's like, I'm fine. And then she went and sat down, and And then later I saw the lady I saw the stretcher, and I was like, oh no, is that her? And it was somebody else. And I was like, it was near the same set of stairs. And I was like, what is going on? um, there was a there was a food truck there. Definitely wanted to eat it because it's the one I always eat at when I go to YarnCon. But the line was long, and I didn't have my coat, and I was parked not in a parking spot, so I kind of just wanted to go, and my head was hurting, so I was like, so with that, I'm gonna go get some lunch. I will talk to you all later. I hope you have a great day. God bless. Bye.